It's a cultural product. People, certainly in this part of the world, they've been making and drinking wine for 2,000-3,000 millennia.
There are opportunities. We are not just stagnating.
What's really exciting about Languedoc right now is that it's an area with a lot of potential. It's a bit like the Wild West.
What I really like, they're up for this challenge. Languedoc can compete with any wine in the world.
Making the wine is relatively simple. Selling the stuff is the major challenge.
The major projects that our teams are working on are around the French wine industry.
We show them what the retail market looks like in the UK. Then we bring them to a very different culture here. They've got to engage with the cross-cultural aspect of it. The second thing is entrepreneurial businesses are complicated because there's so much about the person who runs it. And they've got to work in teams, you know, I mean, that's a big deal.
We've recognised that we need to take a more active listening approach. Everyone reflected back to actually our first module in music, and that was the ability to listen, understand the environment you're in. So there's been this resonance back to previous modules and being able to take on board the learning that we've gained. It's been good, hard but good.
Part of a corporate turnaround requires some individuals to have the courage and possibly the curiosity to ask better questions of themselves, of their own assumptions and belief systems.
We were encouraged not to have constraints. We were encouraged not to take the theory as a given or as true.
Markets do reward those who try out new things, who keep learning.
Teams are doing a great job grappling with 4 different projects that have challenges which are in part about operations, business model design, marketing, financials, the whole box and dice. And that's really what this module is about, bringing all of your skill set to bear with the real life client who's facing some really important problems.
Sydney is one of the few executive MBAs in the world that focuses on experiential learning to this degree. What can you teach experienced chief executives in their late 30s, early 40s? You can teach them a lot of academic stuff, and we do, but the real bridge is between theory and practice.
It's one thing to read about it or to hear about it, but to actually set foot in those wine vineyards and in those businesses and see how things are done, it can be quite an eye-opener.
I can't just do what I would normally do because what you normally do simply won't work in this situation.
You're giving us an experience that actually makes that very real for people. So regardless of whether you're a corporate executive of Fortune 500 or a small business owner, a HR director of one of Australia's top 100 companies, whatever the space, there are parallels here that make it very real for people.
What they learn in 2 weeks in this world of wine is a gift that they will carry with them for the rest of their life.